What's going on? Welcome back, Arnold Printers. This is Kevin again with Arnold Prints. Today we have the thing I hate the most. I hate this so much with a passion. I dread doing it. I procrastinate. It's my biggest issue with screen printing. It's doing pocket prints. So not left chest, but actually on the pocket. There's two different ways to do it. I actually just found a jig that is absolutely amazing and will help you out in your process. Okay, so we're going to go to it and check it out. So here today we have two jigs. This first jig here is made by Ryonet. It's basically a multi-platen. It has a jig right here that can basically slide your pocket over and you can print it. It actually has a pretty wide base. It's about almost 2 inches usable, or just slightly over that. So this one I'm actually going to use today because the print I have is larger than the on press version that I have. So this is one version. I'll give you the link down below for this as well. And the second one here is this little guy here. This device is awesome. So if you make your art where it basically has about a 2.5 print, is what can fit on this device here. This is called the Print Slayer. So this is a pocket and sleeve printing. So you can actually slide this into the pocket, or you can actually do a sleeve print here. The coolest thing about this is if you're printing a left chest and say, your customer just happened to do my most favorite thing I love doing, throw in a bunch of left chest and then some polos in it, this device will save you big time. They're probably about, I think, $40 or so. I'll put the link down below. This thing's made out of some pretty hard steel. And basically just put some pallet tape on top and you can basically get some good pressure on it. I'll show you how to use it. So basically this slides onto your press here. So we're going to adjust the little knobs on the bottom. So it'll slide right over. So say we just got done doing a left chest here and I have this already on deck. So we got a left chest print here. We just went through and we just did all the left chest on our shirts. Now we got to do a polo or maybe just a pocket tee. This thing is awesome. Just going to slide it right on in. Like I said, as long as that design is about 2.5 inches, which sometimes is a little bit small for a left chest. Okay, so it depends what kind of print. This one just has like a circle and it has JL in the center, so it works perfect for this type deal. But we're going to tighten this on. And it slides right onto your board. And as you see, when I tighten it, it actually raises this up. Okay, so what do you have to do with this? You have to adjust your off contact so that it'll actually be more off the board. So it'll stand up a little bit. And then once you have everything tightened up, you're just going to arrange it, or make sure it's in the same place actually. So if you already had your screen on board, you're just going to adjust it here and basically center it on the jig, okay? So what I do with the jig is actually put a line, going straight up and down, centered, and then I'll make a crosshair, make sure it fits. Worst case, it needs a little bit adjusting, which most of the time you can do with your micros, but if you already have this lined up, you might be okay. So basically, you have your screen tightened up here, all aligned, then you can just pop it up and down, right on that jig. Put your ink on and squeegee. Okay, so check this out. So here's our t-shirt. It has a pocket on it. How do you load this thing? So it's going to load almost like you were loading a traditional shirt on. So it's going to be opening closest to you. This shirt's going to slide down the jig underneath, and then the pocket actually slides onto the metal. Okay, so it's now on there. So again, this pocket slides over the jig, which the shirt has enough room because of this gap here that you can get underneath it. So it's on there. You would put this screen down, and you can squeegee however you want. You can do traditional, just squeegee, from the front. You can go from the side if you'd like. If it's a small design, it doesn't matter. So that's how you do it with this little gig. So again, this is the print slayer is what it's called. It's basically CNC, metal, I believe aluminum, and has these little ratchets on here. And just slides right off. Okay, so again, the print slayer, check it out, links down below. You can get this little guy here, good thing to have in your shop. Now the problem is, I have one of these. If you really want to get into it and you're doing a lot of these type prints, you get 6 or how many platens you have. I just have one, that's all I really need for now. Okay, second thing that we're going to show you is this platen here. Okay, so this platen works on our workhorse press, basically has the basic mount on the bottom, and then on the front here it has another slide board. So the shirt's actually going to slide onto this unit here and fit in between. Like I said, it's got a little bigger footprint. It actually has a taper down here, which is kind of nice, that actually tapers to your shirt. The downside about this is you have to burn a second design on your screen. So this one has a left chest, and you would burn another design here, but in reverse. Because you got to think about it. When it loads onto the press this way, it's going to load on like this. Okay? It's going to be upside down. So you have to reverse it when you burn it. So that's the one thing that I always do that I forget, is I forget I have to do a second design. I do just the left chest, and then I go pop open the box, and I go, oh shoot, the customer didn't tell me it was a pocketed shirt. They just said left chest. My bad, I didn't look in the box or whatever, or didn't understand what they said. And the same point of this too, this is an extra, essentially cost. This is a different location that you have to print. That's a specialty location. This is a pain in the butt, guys. So I do these basically like one by one. If I had tons of these that I was doing, I would buy more of these jigs, or this one, or either the print slayer. But these suck. So I mean, straight up, they suck. I don't know how to say it any better. I dislike doing this print the most. So you would load this thing up. It's in reverse, and you would do the same thing. You could print from the front to side, side to side. I usually say go down this way here. That way you follow the path. And if you have a squeegee that's slightly larger, it'll run into the main board, and you'll have a smooth print. That's your best way for this board. This board does have a little neck tag part here too. Multi-purpose board. So there are things you can do with this one. This one, I think, still probably in like maybe the $50, $60 range. I think this one's off of Ryonet, and you can get different brackets for it, or buy your own brackets and put them on. For most standard presses, this thing will clamp on from 2 points and basically fit on it. So I'll kind of demonstrate a little bit how you do this here, just so you kind of know. All right, so basically the shirt's going to load in reverse, so the bottom is going to be open to you. So this is going to go on here, and I'm not going to mount this board on just yet. Just going to show you how it's done. So I'm going to put the shirt up here and basically just slide this board over, and then I'll show you kind of what it looks like here. So this board is on. So what I do is I use, either the bottom of the pocket here where it has the point, you use that as basically a reference for everything. That bottom pocket point is typically these are Gildans, who knows, could be off, typically the center. So I try to center it up. I basically measure the sides. I kind of feel the sides here and make sure that they're in the right vicinity. And then I find out, and I actually take a pen and I make a line where it goes up to the height of the pocket. That way they're all the same. So same thing here, screen would come down, you do your off contact, ink, squeegee across. And then you would just basically pop it like a t-shirt, take it off, throw it on your conveyor belt, or if you have a flash cure or a hand heat dryer, you would just heat dry it on the board, or take it off and lay it somewhere and heat it. So that's how you can do it. Again, my least favorite shirts, this is what I like to do with them. Throw them out because I absolutely hate doing pockets. It is not fun. I charge typically anywhere from 50 cents to even 75 cents per location extra for each one of these, just because I dislike doing it. But if somebody's willing to pay for it, I will do it. And like I said, it's an extra board that I have to do. It's a slower process, and you know what? If they're willing to pay it, I'm willing to do it. And that's what it costs no matter where you go. It's an extra print location. That's a specialty location. So that's what you guys need to know. Check out the links below. See what we're doing with these different gigs here. And let us know how you like them. Check them out. If they work for you, give us a thumbs up. Give us a comment. Come back and say, hey, Kevin, you know what? You were right. I hate doing these, but hopefully this makes it easier for you. It's a specialty board that I figured you guys would like to see, and something I haven't seen online or even explained how these things work. So keep printing, guys. Make sure to subscribe, give a thumbs up. Until next time, guys, this is Kevin with Arnold Prints. Thanks, guys. Out.